What's cooking, Juventus fans? Welcome back to your old lady's favorite YouTube channel. It is now hour 375 of the 24-hour deadline that was given to Di Maria to make a decision. Are you coming to Juventus or not? We'll have an update regarding that situation, as well as the Paul Pogba matter. Is it actually not going to be June 17th? We're all thinking June 17th, the Pogba entry, the debut of that. Is it actually going to be delayed even into July? We'll have an update on that situation, as well as Mercato and the other pieces throughout the Mercato. Stick with us. We'll fill you in. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Zofro. Today, it's Sunday, June 12th, 2022. And of course, I got your latest rundown of all things Juventus, all the news you care about each and every day. As we said here with Juventus not having signed a single player in the Mercato. Let's get into it though. Let's talk about what's going on with Juventus. Before you do anything though, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Let's jump into it. All right, the very first news story of the day. The very first news story of the day is, of course, talking about Paul Pogba. And Romeo Agresti has an update there saying that for the official announcement of Pogba at Juventus, we go to the July zone. July. Not June. Not May when it should have been. July. Anyway, it goes on to say bureaucratic matters and not only to be respected with the time frame imposed by the football market. The Bianconeri by now no longer fear nasty surprises. Pogba gave his word. So Paul Pogba to Juventus is all but a done deal. But at the same time, we're not getting any kind of assurances. I don't know when that means the official announcement. My speculation here is that the official announcement will be the Juventus, sit down, you get the picture day, they pull the jersey up, sign the contract, take the picture, all that nice stuff. That's my guess. So if that waits till July, that can be fine. That can be okay. But if it's the here we go, all that stuff, the finalization, the confirmation, we can get on it, say here we go and move on, that's a little bit frustrating. That's my personal opinion. It's still frustrating. No. I don't think I'm being impatient. I don't think I am. I think there's plenty of clubs out there who have many, many players that they've already signed, and they're working on the other aspects of their Mercato. At the same time, get it done. Let us have something to celebrate as fans. Give the fans something. It's not all about the club. It's not all about the players. It's not all about the managers. Think about the fans. Just for once. Maybe once. Just throw us a freaking bone. That's all I'm asking. All right. Let's continue on to the second part of this, and let's talk about Di Maria. The second part is Di Maria. It's constantly, it feels like at this point, 1A and 1B of every news story that we're doing here until it gets done, until either we move on or we finally get Di Maria to settle, because he's settling, because he doesn't want to actually be here. He wants to be in Barcelona. He wants to be in Spain. He doesn't want you, but he's still settling. The situation is Tuttosport saying that optimism is growing for Di Maria. Decision within 72 hours. Okay, you're not getting me here. Tuttosport, you're not getting me. Anybody who's giving me a time, you're not getting me. I am not buying it. BS. Bullspit. Whatever you want to say. There's no chance 72 hours. I don't believe you. If Barcelona come back to the table and they throw it on the table, he's going to be like, I need a delay, guys. I need a delay. Let me figure this out. My family, we got to work this out. Don't worry about your Mercato. The rest of your Mercato, you don't need to worry about trying to work on a center back or a left back or a right back. Just worry about me, the winger that's going to be here for maybe 12, 13 months if you're lucky. Maybe really only play for about 4 of them. Then I get that World Cup done and I can just go on and I go live my Italian vacation. Maybe that's what we're doing. Anyway, I don't know why I did that voice. Anyway, you know my opinions on Di Maria. He's rubbing me the wrong way already. Let's be honest. Anyway, we continue on. It says, while waiting for the Fideo's reply, Cherubini is working on alternatives, and in the last hours, new contacts have emerged with David Neres. There's also Mudryk and Kostic are likes, which of course we know Kostic, definitely a good option for Juventus. But while the top names at the top of the list are those of Berardi and Zaniolo. You know how I feel about Berardi? Not a fan. I am a big fan of Zaniolo. I know there's a lot of you all that are not fans. I am a Zaniolo guy. I'd be okay with the addition of Zaniolo, of course. Berardi, we'd have to see what the other lists on the names on the list look like before I could come around to him. Not that it matters, my opinion. Not that it matters what I think. But at the same time, I think a lot of people in the fan base are in my boat, in the same boat with me on the not really high on Berardi train. Let's continue on, though. I know you guys are tired of hearing about them until something actually develops. Going off of names that are on the list, so Zaniolo, we have an update with Roma on his situation. Nico Schiera reported last night saying that Nicolo Zaniolo situation. Roma will discuss a possible renewal only when the market has closed in September onwards. The player's entourage has already been notified. Juventus remain vigilant. They've already had 3 meetings with his agent Vigorelli. Milan are not really in it for him at the moment. The Giallorossi, I don't know why I couldn't get that one out, value him at 15 million euros. Actually, I know what I can't get it. I can never pronounce anything. I can barely speak the English language. Let's not kid ourselves. So at this moment, you know how I feel about Zaniolo. I don't think we need to rehash that. I know how you all feel about Zaniolo. You don't need to rehash your anti-Zaniolo takes in the comment section. Feel free. But I'm just saying I'm not here for it today. I'm not going to war today. It's Sunday. If you're whatever, it's the Lord's Day. We're gonna calm down today. Let's calm down on Sunday. All right. But when it comes to Zaniolo, him coming to Juventus, it is interesting to me though that they're not even entertaining a renewal until after September. So that's if they can get an offer and if they can move him, they feel comfortable in doing that. It appears that way. So we'll see. Maybe Juventus are more serious than we thought. All right, let's continue on and talk about the situation going on in the midfield, what's going on with some players that could be used to make some money, and that, of course, is Rabiot and Zaniolo. Gazzetta dello Sport, or Zaniolo, I said Zaniolo. Rabiot and McKinney. It's Rabiot and McKinney, not Zaniolo. It's Zaniolo on the mind. Gazzetta dello Sport are reporting saying that Rabiot is one of the players Allegri is banking on, but he is transferable. Should offers arrive, Juventus will consider them. Also, McKinney is not non-transferable. The American has many admirers and could guarantee the club to make some money. So obviously, Rabiot, more than happy to get him out of here. McKinney would be one that would hurt a little bit. As an American, as a fan, he's also one of the only guys who has scored goals in our midfield. He's one of our top performing goal scorers, and he was out for most of the time. I don't give a damn about your opinion on his physical fitness. He's one of the only ones that actually can attack and actually can score for the midfield. But at the same time, I am obviously not saying keep him at all costs. If he brings in a good fee, if you can use him in a transfer, get a player that you actually like, I'm here for it. Obviously, I'm definitely here for it. So we'll see what happens there. Let's continue on, though, and talk about the Demiral situation and what's going on with the center backs and how that can be opened up here in the coming days. Tutto Sports reporting that Juventus are also waiting for Atalanta's decision on Demiral in order to have a more complete picture of how to move in the market. Newcastle, meanwhile, are pressing for the Turkish defender. For the post-Chiellini period, the Bianconeri are keeping their sights on Koulibaly, but the 40 million demanded by De Laurentiis seems to intrigue both Juve and Barcelona to wait until the 2023 when the Senegalese can leave Napoli on a free transfer. The old lady continues to monitor Arsenal's Gabriel Mangalaj, I believe. I was going to butcher that one. For whom they are hoping for an exchange with Archer. The name of Fiorentina's Igor also resists. So those are some, obviously, the continued names that we continue to hear pop up and pop up and pop up. Obviously, Koulibaly would be the top option and the guy that you could get, but I would also be more than happy to see Archer get swapped out there for the likes of their Gabriel over there at Arsenal. I think financially it makes sense, and I think this overall it works. You get one guy out of the books, you get a position of need filled, and you're good to go. But it'll be interesting to watch how Demiral really factors in here, if Juventus are going to be able to bring him back and sell him, or if it's going to be Atalanta that are going to end up selling him in the end. Let's continue on and talk about the second most important story of the day, and that is talking about Morata and what's going on with him. Corriere dello Sport reporting that Morata, Juve, Atletico Madrid are not willing to let the Spanish striker leave on loan again. They intend to stall and wait for the market to bring substantial and attractive offers for a permanent transfer. If they're waiting for the market for this season, they might be waiting a while. They might honestly be waiting a while because I don't think Barca are going after him, and I don't know if they really have any other feasible options right now. The old lady would take Morata on a 10 million euro loan with the redemption set next summer for another 10 million, so you'd be meeting that 20 million fee. It is going to take a long time, and for Juve, the picture is getting more complicated. Without Morata, they would need another winger as well as a deputy to Vlahovic. So that brings in the idea, if you don't have Morata, obviously, would you go in and get Kostic as well as Di Maria, and then also are you also looking at a guy like Muriel? Are you looking at a guy like Raspadori? Are you looking at who are you looking at in those options to replace that and to back up Vlahovic? And there it opens a whole bag of mess. Is that the way I really wanted to word that? I said it. It's already out there. It's in there. It's in the internet now. So we'll see what happens there. Let's continue on. Last bit of news of the day. Kind of interesting, though. Talking about the captain's armband and talking about Leonardo Bonucci and his situation at the club. Saying Fabiano Della Valle is reporting saying that Leonardo Bonucci suffered the vice captain's armband handed to Dybala at the start of the season. So he ended up getting it after Dybala got it. But he knew how to wait. Max Allegri has appreciated his total availability during the season, has honestly acknowledged his role as a guide on the pitch and in the locker room overall. Leo knows that at 35 years of age, he will not be able to play every game, but he is also aware that he will be even more an important figure, a symbol of continuity and a bearer of Bianconero DNA in a much renewed group of a large number of young players. Despite the 2 years remaining on his contract to 2024, it was when it expires, his agent is reasoning with Juventus about extending it for another year, perhaps spreading the salary. I'm sure this is gonna. I would say it split the fan base, but I feel like there's a large group of the fan base who are anti-Leonardo Bonucci. Regardless of what you think about him, though, I think it is important to have some continuity there and some kind of leadership. Do I think he's a great leader? No, but I think he's better than a lot of our options that we have. When you lose Giorgio Chiellini, you need some kind of consistency there. A guy who knows winning. Whatever you want to say about Bonucci, he and Chiellini together made a great team, and you saw what they did in the Euros. You've seen what they've done at Juventus in the past. I understand the Milan stuff. I understand when they say Bianconero DNA, it does make me cringe a little bit because it's like, how much were you really going to say that he's the guy that's the DNA of it when he decided to leave us for Milan and then he came back with his tails between his legs? I understand that. But at the same time, there are aspects of him that I do appreciate of him as a player. They're not huge, but they exist. So I'd understand. And again, I think especially when you look at these Mercatos and you look at these center back options Juventus are looking at and seeing how long it's taking them to go through. So say they have to wait till Koulibaly for next season, but then they need two guys. Because then say Bonucci leaves, and you're going to have to also get Bonucci. You're going to replace him either the next season. So I don't know if Juventus want to continue doing this Mercato to Mercato to go after. You have De Ligt. You're going to hope that he stays. And then maybe you go and get, maybe in the trade with Gabriel, you get Gabriel with the trade with Arthur. Fine. Or you get a Badiashile, like somebody like that. Koulibaly. But then are you going to go get two guys next summer? Or are you going to try to get the one guy? That's what I wonder. And that's my question to see how that sits. Especially if you don't get anybody this Mercato. So something to keep an eye on. I know it'll definitely be a hot topic, especially with a lot of fans. I get your frustrations. I get your dislike or disdain sometimes with Bonucci. Not saying it's not deserved, but I think he does bring a lot to the table. And I think overall, he's the last piece of the BBC, which also means something else if you're not a Juventus fan, so that's dangerous. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about Bonucci, about the whole situation going on with Pogba and Di Maria, and then Morata and Zaniolo and all that, and how that could really fall into place. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. If you haven't already, please hit the like button, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter, as well as Bianconeri Zone on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all that good stuff. We'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve. Forza Bianconeri.